wrinkle your nose at.
Well, with the little bird and the attack boat, I mean, that's going to be enough. And now the dead spawns are down. It's just a matter of cleaning up the rest of that infantry and getting that flag. And there goes one.
Yeah, he's gonna get popped right here.
And we are looking at ninjas in the little bird. And yep, he is going to pretty much clean it up. And he is...
Turn around, there's a boat behind you. And wow, they're getting up close and personal now.
just touching noses. Little love taps.
And I think he's gonna pay for that because, oh wow, he doesn't. He survives.
I think the helicopter, but they get the 8ID spawned an infantry squad on the ground.
Oh, I see. That attack boat's got a wrencher.
Yep.
It's Expect Rage. So yeah, the 7th really needs to, they really need to hold this bleed, and this is a difficult bleed to hold. Because they've got to have forces on both sides of the map. But if they do, it might not be a bad idea for them to rotate their forces to Charlie, because Charlie's fairly under-defended right now.
Yeah, and the 8ID is rotating, you know, they got 2 attack boats on Alpha, which is, unless they get some serious air support, it's going to be a difficult flag to hold.
And the A-10 Warthog has just crashed into the 7th's attack boat, and it did end up taking out the attack boat, but I'm not sure a Warthog is worth the attack boat.
The good news is that the 7th finally have a Warthog pilot, or whatever it is, the attack boat, or attack airplane, Ethnix, has taken up the role to fly that jet, and that should definitely help cleaning up some of those attack boats.
Yeah, definitely. Has that Q5 not been at all?
No, Terran's pretty much been by himself the entire map trying to fly this.
Wow, that's no good. You definitely. I'm surprised Terran didn't take the attack jet, because it's, in my opinion, a lot more powerful than the stealth jet. With the 30mm cannon, and I'm pretty sure it has a better turning radius than the stealth jets too. But yeah, once again, Alpha's been captured by the 8th, and they really need to push somewhere.
Yeah.
Alpha might even be another good push.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Alpha with Huntertooth coming in that little bird. They may be able to clean it up.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna be wiped by this attack boat though.
The problem is the 8ID has pretty much concentrated forces on Bravo and Charlie. So I mean, looking at the flags, Alpha is definitely going to be the easiest one to get. They just have to get that attack boat down. Ooh, and we have a big push into the Charlie flag, although they're trying to cross over the water, and that is a tricky push.
Well, that being said, you have to remember that you can also dive now underwater, and you can't be shot when you're underwater.
Oh, and the 7th drop a squad in behind the guys up on the bridge. Let's see if they're smart enough to realize that they're there and wipe them out. They don't.
It doesn't look like they will.
It's alright, they are the guys near the bridge. Oh, yep, he's coming back.
Here comes the destroyer as well. Oh no.
Oh,
no.
Someone just lost it.
This guy's gonna get run over.
Oh, I'm watching 50 Ninjas knife people. Good knife there, buddy. And who's gonna get run over?
Oh, he's alive! He's alive!
As a little...
That stops the bleed momentarily as well. That entire time the bleed was not going, and they've frozen Bravo, so once again the bleed's frozen. Wow, that's a very good turn of events for the 7th right there.
Yeah, that was a really great push, and they are definitely going to get Charlie. They have the numbers, and even though there is a squad leader, the squad leader spawning people in, maybe they won't. They do have one guy actually up on the boat who's going to have a really good point of view to fire down. Let's see if he takes the shots or if he just tries to stay alive so that the squad can spawn on him. And that's the bleed. Bravo is turning, but that's going to definitely go back to the 8th. But that's the bleed now. They're back to this triangle down here. They need to hold this properly. We'll see if they learn their lessons. pretty much every time this happens, it seems like the 8th has rotated right down into Echo and just taken it right back.
What?
But when they get this triangle, it's basically it seems like the 8th just rotates.
Okay, you mean the 7th.
The 8th ID, yeah. So, damn it.
8th is blue.
Yeah.
7th is red. It's like, you had me a bit confused there for a second. It's like, wait, he's red. And it looks like there's a small, just one-man annoyance push on Alpha.
That might be enough. There is an attack boat
there.
There is an attack boat on Delta, and if it gets in the radius, it might be enough to burn it. And it is going to leave. It is going to rotate back around to the front and try and help with Charlie. And Echo is getting hit. Yeah, this is sort of what I expected from the 8th. This is sort of what happens. Every time the 8 ID, every time the 7th gets one of those end flags, Echo or Alpha, it seems like the can opener sends all his forces to that edge flag and takes it.
Well, the 7th really needs to stop playing so recklessly. Like, this guy can't afford to run up there right now. You're gonna get killed.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he needs to sit back.
Sit back and wait for your spawners.
Yep. And that, well,
I'd imagine this guy's new to 21 CW, so he doesn't know, but
actually it was Terran, the jet pilot, so I'm assuming he just happened to be...
Oh, come on, Terran, you know better.
Well, you figure he probably didn't have a squad. He's probably waiting for his jet to spawn, and he just did a dead spawn into the flag.
Oh, that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, and I don't... Unless there's a bleed really quick, I just don't see this going over to the 7th ID, or 7 ID. I just don't see it happening.
There's no more infantry on Echo now, so... I mean, if they send both of those boats to Echo, then they could.
Yeah, but we're having
capture the bleed.
We're having a little bit of naval warfare right here. 2 boats versus 2 boats, but the 8th boats are getting a little help from their air force. That's Felucian and the attack jet. And actually, unfortunately, they're not concentrating on one. If you look at these boats, they're each firing at a separate one.
Well, neither of them have line of sights on both.
Oh, and that's a big blow. With those boats down, they can almost roll those straight into Delta. And it's going to make a push pretty difficult. Although, they are pushing Bravo.
Yeah, look at Bravo. Bravo's very heavy.
Where did all of the 7 ID...
I have no clue. They just appeared.
Out of nowhere.
They're ghosts, obviously. Duh.
And that was an absolutely huge maneuver. I really thought it was going to be difficult. It's still going to be pretty hard, down 130 tickets. Because you know there's...
Drop chop.
The problem is are all the rest of the guys too spread out to hold their remaining flags? Because you know they're going to push hard on one of them. The question is, which flag are they going to pick? And
well, really, Bravo Charlie Delta also isn't an incredibly bad set of flags to hold, because they're all pretty tight in there. If you can hold the line between Alpha and Bravo, and then with this Levolution event here, the Destroyer, it does provide a lot of extra cover for Charlie. So you really only need to hold, and I've frozen. Bloody hell.
You need to hold them. The thing is, though, is that the 8 ID is pushing heavy into Delta. They have it surrounded both sides of the islands with a boat, and they have 2 boats and 2 infantry for the 8 ID going against 2 infantry for the 7th. And the 7th is getting pretty bunched up. Although it looks like they're going to hold it. They scared off one of the attack boats. They got some people spawning in off their squad leaders, and I think they're actually going to hold it.
Yeah, I'd love to comment, but Battlefield 3, yo.
How about Battlefield 4?
Battlefield 4 even, wow.
Well, then you can listen and I will tell you what's happening. And the 8 ID snuck a boat in the backside of Bravo, and they have a pretty decent infantry push on Bravo, but with the mobile AA there, there's really not going to be a lot of wiggle room for them to try and get this. And yeah, they're wiped out Bravo, so they're going to hold that flag. big infantry push onto Charlie from the island, and I don't know if the 7th is going to see them. They do have one guy who's going to die by them, so he may be able to relay the information back to the guys on Charlie, because there's currently just one infantry on Charlie, and if they don't get some dead spawns on Charlie, that's going to be the bleed, and I don't know where they're going to find another flag. Yeah, they've left Charlie completely undefended.
In a moment. Oh, who's got the bleed?
The bleed is going to go back to... Well, hold on, maybe not. Oh, yeah, it's going to go really bad for the 7th. They are getting Charlie and Delta, and there is really no response from anywhere from the 7th. They're capping Alpha, but it's just probably not going to be enough, especially with this bleed. And they're not even going to get Alpha, so they're going to be stuck on that Bravo flag with almost nowhere to go.
Wait, when did we get to 26 viewers? Hello, TV land. Oh, wow. Yeah, that went poorly.
Yeah, it just sort of all snowballed. It all sort of happened at once. Like, even if they get this Alpha flag, there's just no...
Yeah. Oh, well, they've frozen the bleed now.
And they're getting Delta back. I don't think they're going to get Charlie.
There's no resistance on Delta as well. And I'd imagine they'll be dropping people on Charlie as opposed to Delta.
Well, the problem is yeah, here the dead spawns are going to start to come in on Delta because he doesn't really have anywhere else to send them to. There's just one guy on Delta, and it is Lucifer, and he needs to be begging his squad mates to be spawning on him.
Yeah, Lucy's not gonna
yeah.
very long.
Yeah, he just went down.
It's gonna be too little, too late.
Yeah, there was just no last push. Once they were able to get that bleed for a second, but they were sort of out of position, and they weren't able to get actually a good defense set up on any of those flags.
Yeah, and that'll be the round. And I guess that was just some unfortunate timing there for the 7 CAD. They lost a few flags
All right, guys,
when they couldn't afford to lose a few flags, and apparently the end of the quarter.
break. Go pee, go get your water, go do whatever, and then we'll come back and finish up today's battle.
That's weird, I guess.
Alright, so looking at the scores, Nada had a really good game for the A-mid. Ninjas, lots of score, not necessarily a lot of kills. And over on the 8ID side, I just lost to it. It looked like Boom, maybe. He had a really good game. TechX finished with a high score, and Hendrix finishes a really good score as well. Alright guys, that is the quarter. We're going to take a 15-minute break. We'll be coming back for Operation Locker, the last quarter of the day. We appreciate you guys watching, so just about 15 minutes and we will be back online.
If you have any musical requests, feel free to put them in the twitch.tv chat.
What's up? I'm liking a little PR icon.
Alright guys, this is Katz. I am signing off as the streamer. We're going to bring Dean back in, so it'll be Dean and Al will be streaming this one. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next week again. If you're interested, please sign up, 21cw.net. We'd love to have you.